You either die a Sekka or live long enough to see yourself become a Zajeff. When I was young, I idolized Zajeff. Now that I am an adult, I realized that perhaps Sekka Poco makes more sense.
Having Singto will make it so that when you want to play just chill, you can use him over your C6 Yelan and make sure you don't die, right?
After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
Is not a hyper carry. He's designed around his ability to apply Hydro.
No! Take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
There are a lot of teams that are good in AoE, right? There are a lot of teams that don't rely on 5 stars that are good in AoE. So as much as she can be quite good, I don't want anyone to like come away from this video thinking that they have to go for Nilo because she's just so much better than everyone else in AoE. It is better because Bennett might just be the best fucking carry in the game for Xianyun, right? It's between him and Hu Tao at this point. And I'm leaning towards him. And so being a downgrade to that doesn't mean he's bad, right? If you have C6 Bennett and C0 Hazel, C0, sorry, Gaming, and you play, you know, on-field Gaming with Xianyun, right? Weaving in plunge attacks between your E's, he's alright. C2. But yeah, I would say, as a poll, relative to the other dedicated 5-star on-field carries, he's probably the best one. Like, you could make an argument that Ayato is an on-field carry.
I will dispatch of you in 8 rotations. 50 KDPS might be unreachable for me. Domain expansion. Kamisato art. Suyu.
And Ayato could be competitive with him under some situations. I think that Alhaitham is probably a better pull on average on most accounts, but there's definitely going to be accounts where Ayato would do better.
We are making the mother of all Zajefflings sick. Can't fret over every Zajeff.
I need to add Xianyun.
Yeah, I was looking at 8 with 5 collisions.
8 plunges on Xiao?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
What?
Or is this like swap off early?
Yeah, it's like it's a fucking 20-second rotation.
Okay, it's swap off early. Okay, it's swap.
Actually, people's aversion to Shatter actually nerfs the fuck out of their Ela. Because I think there's a lot of situations where her best healer is Kokomi.
Huh?
Or at least pre-Farina, right?
What?
There were...
Wait, what?
Situations a bit easier to execute. All in all, I think he feels pretty strong. I wouldn't put him as like Singto level, obviously. I wouldn't put him at like at the same level as some of the best 5 stars like Nahida, Kazuha, Yelan, and definitely not at the level of the best 4 stars, but he's still fairly high up there. Release in 3.0. Let me just say this. He's an excellent unit. Sucrose is better. There's your haiku. Sure. When I say that Sucrose is better, I do not mean Sucrose is strictly better, and I don't even really mean that Sucrose is objectively better. It's more so, I think that they're very similar in terms of power, in terms of how much they bring to a team, and both of them are better than the other in some teams and worse in others. I think overall, like in reality, they're about as good as each other, but I say Sucrose is better because it's clickbait. And I'm kind of trying to overcorrect for the community perception that Kazuha is way better than her. But in reality, I don't actually think that he is just worse than Sucrose. I think they're both very good and both have their situations where they're useful. But the fact that Sucrose is a 4-star that you're a lot more likely to have leads me to insist on her strengths a bit more. Really just to go about trying to address people's perception that they have to pull for Kazuha, that he's a must-pull unit. Doable to an account, I think they are. Which is like, I think that the biggest difference that my list has with the others is XIAO'S position.
Okay. Yep.
Is it that different? I don't think so, is it?
I mean, I have her second.
Yeah, but then she's high on everyone, and then the 2 whale players have her
Well,
like
I mean,
slightly lower. But that's
it's interesting because
Yeah.
Zajeff is putting her a 4-star above a couple of 5-stars, right? Not just 1, but 2 5-stars that came up.
Well, 3, 4.
I'm talking about the good ones, okay?
You mean every 5-star that's not Nahida?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, because basically, I think that her like healer
Stars that came up.
well, 3, 4.
I'm talking about the good ones, okay?
You mean every 5-star that's not Nahida?
Yeah. But yeah, because basically, I think that her like healer role, like personally, I don't really use healers that often, but that doesn't mean that I don't understand why a lot of people do. And being able to have a healer that does everything that a healer does while also having like pretty solid elemental application and just being a completely like fine option as like your solo dendro application kind of makes her value like a little bit insane in my opinion in a lot of the teams. Like I still pretty much stand by Sucrose National being the best team in the game, and I'll use it everywhere, and it feels so fucking good to play. And it's a team that only uses 4-star units from 1.0. Explain it in Genshin terms.
The ice cream man, the ice cream man, the ice cream man. Do you know
Sumeru, the Sumeru City decided to create a blockade at Caravan Rabat, preventing any food and water from going into the desert. And then a group of radicalist Eremites decided to bomb a house in Sumeru City.
Oh, do you know the fruit stand man, the fruit stand man, the fruit stand man? Do you
as retaliation.
know the fruit stand man who lives on Drury Lane?
Yes, I know the fruit stand man, the fruit stand man.
And I think that the scholars are doing something that is disgusting and vile. And I can think that without saying that I support the bombing of the house.
Do you know the muffin man who lives on Drury Lane?
And the scholars using the bombing of the house as an excuse to keep their blockade is not good.
Combinations is Noviette or Kokomi with Farina. Have you guys play tested these much, or how are we feeling on these? How are the teams with them?
I think they're overrated.
Oh,
All my homies play Navidad with Daya.